good morning. It's my pleasure to be with you and to be able to talk with you this morning about a very, very important subject and to really seek to help equip you to engage the issue of same-sex marriage and to do it with compassion, love, and intelligence. Not long ago, I was engaged in a debate on same-sex marriage at the University of Texas, and the very gracious literature professor who was moderating the debate that night opened up the debate by really pondering aloud, I thought was an interesting question. And her wonderful Texas twang, which I'm just going to absolutely butcher, she wondered aloud, same-sex marriage. Aren't all marriages same-sex marriage? I mean, the same sex week after week, month after month. And there's something in that. There's something about the commonality of marriage, the commitment of marriage, people committing themselves to one another and living a common life together that is very, very important. And we're going to talk about that today. And we're going to talk about why that's important and why that's necessary. The purpose of what we're doing here today is to share with you what we've learned. In my role at Focus on the Family, I have had the distinct opportunity of being able to go out to many college campuses and many interesting situations to debate many interesting personalities from the other side and engage this issue of same-sex marriage. And in doing that over the years, we have developed and we have learned really what works. What works best, what is most persuasive, and what doesn't. And we want to share with you this morning what works best. The lines that we and the arguments that we keep coming back to over and over and over again. And they really come down to 10 questions. If you can master these 10 questions, you will really have the understanding that I typically draw from whenever I go out and debate. And so you need to understand that it's really not that difficult. If you're comfortable with these 10 issues, these 10 points, then you can be really as well equipped as I do when I go out to do that. And that's the purpose, for us to be able to share that with you. And not only just for you to learn about it, but hopefully for each of you to take this information and the materials that we've handed out that accompany this video product and to be able to learn and to then go ahead and teach other people in your community, in your churches, how to engage this issue. Because it's very important that we replicate ourselves and we teach other people how to persuasively engage this issue. One of the first things that I would encourage you to do as you start to move out and engage this issue, I think it will be the most helpful thing you could do. And it's this: make a friend in an opponent from the other side. Make a friend in somebody who identifies homosexually. And not a friendship to an end or as a mission, as good as that might be, but a friend for friend's sake. And in this work, I've developed a number of very, very good friendships with my opponents. And in those friendships, it constantly checks me to make sure that I'm not just presenting this information in truth, but that I'm doing it in love as well. And folks, as Christians, that's exactly what we're called to do, to share the truth in love. And making a friend in the other side and developing that relationship will help us do that. And so I encourage you to do that. It's important for us to understand why we need to engage this issue. I was looking through Time or Newsweek magazine a couple of weeks ago, and I came upon a very interesting quote. This is from a leader of one of the largest same-sex marriage lobbies in the nation. And he said this: "We are not going to win at the ballot box until we start winning at the water cooler and in the church pews. That is where this battle is being fought out, where we have our casual conversations with our fellow citizens. And each one of us need to learn how to engage that battle intelligently. When we're working with coworkers or talking over the back fence with our neighbor about an issue, we need to give an answer for the things that come at us. We need to be able to answer this issue at the water cooler and in the church pews. The other side understands that, and that's where they're going to be engaging it. We need to do the same thing. And this presentation, this material that we're presenting, seeks to help us do exactly that. Now, as I said earlier, it all comes down to 10 questions. We have narrowed this presentation down to 10 key questions. Master these points, and you will be well suited to really handle anything that comes up to you. So let's move. Let's start.